he is one of the hottest prospects. It's not like, okay, we don't know, but analytics is saying that he's really good, or it is an experiment. There's a lot of potential. Nothing of like that, because he has been immense the last 2 seasons for Bayern Leverkusen, and he is sought after by Real Madrid. He's sought after by Bayern Munich, by Manchester City. So this is a big, big statement, a big, big coup by Liverpool Football Club. Hello and welcome back to Eventual Digressions, to yet another show. And this is like Christmas for Liverpool fans, me being one, and this is not usual, right? I'm going to talk about some of the transfers, and obviously rumors. And if you haven't been, living under a rock, you will already be aware. But more so, I would like to do a little bit of a deep dive on Florian Wirtz, who I'm going to talk about him, and then a little bit about Milos Kerkez, and also Frimpong, who just confirmed um, as a Liverpool player. He just passed the medical a week back. So, yeah, this is exciting times, because as a Liverpool fans, we always do not have the luxury of making statement signings, and over the years we've just looked at other clubs like Manchester City or Manchester United or Arsenal and Chelsea to make statement signings. And we have just made signings which are, like, on paper, not star signings. Like, I think the last one, even when Virgil van Dijk came for 70 odd million or 75 million pounds, he came from Southampton. So it wasn't like, it's not even about the club. It's not like he was sought after, but I don't think he was that kind of a statement signing. It was a statement in terms of the transfer fee, but I don't think it was like Galactico signing, if you know what I mean. Although it does not matter, looking at what he has gone on to achieve, and now he's the captain, club captain. But yeah, and Allison would be the other. But goalkeeper signings are often underwhelming. Unfortunately, although they're key part of the game. So yeah, so overall, I would say, as a Liverpool fan over the years, we have not been blessed with statement signings. Even when we got Suarez, he came on from Ajax. He was great, but these players became statement signings after they played for Liverpool. I would say that's what I would say. The last one that I can remember was Thiago, who came from Bayern Munich, and he's a brilliant player. Thiago Alcantara, that was a statement signing. But then, because of injuries and everything, he didn't work out entirely in Liverpool. But this is what I'm getting at. Like, we make big money signings from time to time, maybe every other year, every 2 years. Maybe it's an FSG thing, which is kind of smart, kind of not sometimes for the fans, because we are emotional. But at the end of the day, we do not make statement signings of bona fide superstars, or at their prime age. That's like very kind of a refreshing experience as a Liverpool fan from time to time. And I think uh, this is what I'm if you look at the thumbnail, it's called Liverpool 3.0. I think this is the making of Liverpool 3.0, because Klopp started the 2.0 revolution by getting an entirely a new midfield. And we know now that all three of the midfielders who we signed, four including Endo, but Gravenberch, McAllister and Soboslai, have done really well. Soboslai do get some kind of slack from other fans, but if you are a Liverpool fan and if you're looking at him day in day out, you know what he brings to the team off the ball. And maybe he can do a little better as a number 10 in terms of creativity, but he's an immense player, and I think he's worth every pound of that 60 million or whatever we spent on him. So I don't underrate him at all. And obviously we don't need to give explanations on Gravenberch and McAllister, because they speak for themselves. And they are bona fide world class players now, I would say. And so that was Klopp's Liverpool 2.0, like beginning of like the spine of the team with the midfield. And then obviously Konate came along, who's done really well as well. And then the academy products like Curtis Jones, and unfortunately not so much for Elliot, but still, so they have pitched in, you know. So I'm just building a foundation here, like how the 2.0 kind of, you know, mashed up with the older players of Klopp, and we won the league. But it is time to kind of get into the next chapter, like absolutely turn the page. The page was partially turned, but now we are absolutely turning the page with like a very senior, old, experienced spine. And among them we have superstars like Van Dijk and Salah, who are, you know, will be performing for sure, but also has that experience, has that DNA embedded right deep into them. And then we have this players like Hakpo, Diaz, you know, and others who are kind of keeping it together from the 2.0, apart from the midfield. And now it's time to build a complete team. That's what I said. I want to say, because I think I've discussed this in my other videos before. Even though we won the league and I think we played brilliantly well, and despite a lot of other fans saying that this is an underwhelming season and whatever, I think this was a very, very strong season. But I would like to be a little bit more comfortable in games, you know, because there were too many games this season where we kind of edged it, and you know, we couldn't put it to bed. So I would like to be a little bit more secure and comfortable in games, and I think I need a few players. Plus, Trent Alexander-Arnold leaving the club, you know, we obviously needed to replace his creativity. And the smart thing about Edwards, and first of all, Edwards, you know, every time he takes it slow in his first year, even the last time he did that, and then second year he kind of like goes for the players who Liverpool wants, and it's decisive, it's sharp, and I think the touch wood, but the calamities that happened around Caicedo and Lavia will not take place under Edwards' watch. That's what I feel. So what he's doing smartly is replacing Trent's creativity, with multiple players, right? And the onus will not only be on Salah, because we need more goals as well, not just the creative aspect. We need more goals, and I know that Gakpo and Diaz picked up a lot of the slack, but we need dependable goal scorers, for which I'm sure we'll be looking at a striker. But at the end of the day, we are here speaking about Florian Wirtz, and I cannot believe this. As a Liverpool fan, you know, these are luxuries which we are not afforded all the time. So being linked to Florian Wirtz, when we were linked, I thought no way in hell this is going to take place. This is just one of those rumors where it will die down. Bayern Munich will come and swoop in, and they still might as well now, but it doesn't look likely at all, because Fabrizio Romano has clearly mentioned repeatedly that the here we go is very, very close. I don't know even if it takes place before I publish this video, right? And then David Ornstein has confirmed the player wants to join Liverpool. The player, in my opinion, I think rejected Manchester City. Although City said that they didn't have the money, I don't believe that. And then the player rejected Bayern Munich, and he's looking to move to Liverpool and is convinced by the project. I'm pretty sure Arne Slot, as Fabrizio Romano had mentioned, has a huge role to play in kind of talking to the player about the project. And this is incredible, because Florian Wirtz is one of the hottest creative number 10s in the world. He's like one of the hottest prospects. Like, remember when we wanted Bellingham and people were excited, and remember when we wanted what's the name of the player, I'm forgetting, never mind. But he is one of the hottest prospects. It's not like, okay, we don't know, but analytics is saying that he's really good, or um, it is an experiment. There's a lot of potential. Nothing of like that, because he has been immense the last two seasons for Bayern Leverkusen, and he is sought after by Real Madrid, is sought after by Bayern Munich, by Manchester City. So this is a big, big statement, a big, big coup by Liverpool Football Club, and I think it's been touted that it's going to be 120,000, 20 million pounds. And I think, knowing Liverpool, they might get it down to 100 or 110 or something like that. I don't know, but that's a huge amount of money. But for a generational talent like this, I think it is great. It is great. And I haven't seen a lot of him, but I've seen quite a bit of him, under Xavi Alonso, especially in the season that they won the league. And I am convinced that the club like Liverpool, who's putting in so much money in for a player, won't be doing that if they're not 110% convinced, especially under Edwards, right? And I really want to commend Edwards and even FSG and in backing Slot like this, because if this did not happen, it would have been very disappointing, because we did feel earlier that we missed an opportunities by not seizing, you know, by strengthening the team, opportunities by strengthening the team. And similarly, in this case also, this is a good sign that Liverpool really wants to win the league next season. They want to win the Champions League next season. They want to win everything that's there to win. And this is only this much that the owners and the backroom staff can do in terms of getting players like Florian Wirtz. And let's talk about the player a little bit, right? So it's interesting that Liverpool, I before the transfer season started, I did not even think that the number 10 was the priority position, to be very honest. I always thought, okay, before I get into Florian words, I would say I always thought there are five positions that Liverpool needed to strengthen, and that is one striker, because Darwin Nunes is most likely leaving, and we are going to get some money on that. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I really like the player, but I think he's been given plenty of chances, and at this level, he's not great as a starter, and I think we don't need him as a backup. So we need a striker. Then we definitely need a right back. Even though Connor Bradley is there, I really wanted a right back still to have that extra attacking dimension. I've spoken about it on the Frimpong video. I'll card it up after the video. Once you finish watching this, you might want to check that out if you haven't. And then right back, Frimpong, okay, and then left back for sure, because Andrew Robertson's been a great servant, and I think we still need his experience, but we do need someone more consistent, someone more creative, and I think Kerkez is very close as well. I'll speak about him a little bit later in the video. And then we need a DM to back Gravenberch up. So I don't know what they're going to do about this, because I do feel out of the five positions, they might not fill one of them. So are we going to be okay with Endo and Gravenberch? And now that we have a number 10, maybe McAllister can fill in some from time to time. Not sure about that, but hold up. And then we definitely need a center back, a backup center back, left-sided center back, whatever it is. We definitely need center back. So center back, and bear in mind we've gotten Salah and Virgil van Dijk signed the contracts with expiring contracts, which is a big deal, big deal, big deal in this day and age, because they're bona fide superstars and they're free agents. So that is a massive. And on top of that, we are getting Mamadashvili as the second keeper, and he's had an okay season for Valencia, but he is coming in. So we have these three players who are like new signings, and then we have got Frimpong already, and Words is very close, Kerkez is very close. So this is like more than Christmas. This is like double Christmas for Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, now let's briefly get into Words. So some people might say that Ward's fallen off in second half of this season, but so has the whole Bayern Leverkusen team. I think the impact of them knowing Xabi Alonso leaving, the team getting dismantled after this season, like Tar is going to Bayern Munich. Frimpong was going to leave. He already left. Words was going to leave. So I think that played on in the numbers. But I just want to, so he has 16 goals. I think 16 goals and 13 assists in all competitions this season, which is spectacular. And but I want to focus on the chances created. So in Bundesliga, he created 57 chances and he's got 12 assists out of that, which is pretty good. But if I go to Champions League, he has created 25 chances, which is almost half of that 57, a little less, and he's got only one assist. So there has been, it's not like he's not been creating chances, it's just not, they're not getting converted. So I think that has a little bit of an, impact on his numbers. And apart from that, uh, like he's just 22 years old. um, you know uh, he's got brilliant ball control, really quick thinking. He's like a Coutinho-esque kind of a player. Coutinho in his prime, I would say, very similar. He's got a good long range shot on him. He's very calm in terms of finishing, very good at assisting, and I think these numbers will definitely translate in the Premier League. That's what I believe. And like it's very interesting, and he works really hard. By the way, he works really hard off the ball. He's very good at pressing. So that is some one thing which I'm definitely sure, I mean, Arne Slot's looking at, because he really likes to win the ball back as soon as possible, which is very similar to, you know um Klopp. So in 140 appearances, and I'm not counting his initial appearances where he was very young, then he got injured as well and came back. But for Leverkusen, he has got totally 35 goals and 44 assists, and I think only three of them are pens. So this is almost, you know 70 and up goal contributions, so one in every two games, and considering it's just 22, the numbers will should only get better. And I think this is a brilliant statement by Liverpool. So that's that. And it's definitely going to help with overcoming the creativity void that's been created with Trent Alexander-Arnold leaving. And like Kerkez, is another one. This is going to be super interesting because we are going to have this super attacking wing backs, and then a brilliant 10, and then we'll have Gravenberch and McAllister. So I'm a little concerned about the defense, because we definitely need a backup center back. If one of Virgil or Konate gets injured, and Konate is a little bit injury prone, it's going to be a concern. So I think this is going to be really take the load of Salah again. That's all I can say, because in terms of attacking, and he can be free. I think his Salah's creative numbers will improve if they can still in terms of assists. So this is a brilliant thing, because Milos Kerkez is another super attacking player on the left, and he's got 5 assists and 2 goals this season, which is not, doesn't seem a lot, but he creates a lot of chances again. So again, you have to look at the chances created. He's created 34 chances in the league this season with 5 assists. you know so that's something. I'm just talking the Premier League. That's something very interesting. And then Jeremy Frimpong, who's got 5 goals and 5 assists this season. I mean, 33 appearances in Bundesliga. He's created 29 chances. So, and I think Jeremy Frimpong has got a very good relationship with Words in terms of, touch and go. I'm sure he'll build a really good relationship with Salah as well. So this is fabulous. Words coming to Liverpool is unbelievable, and I think long may this continue, and we get 5 or 6 of these players, and get ready to start next season. See you soon. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Get into the comments. I'll really appreciate it. And if you haven't checked out some of the other related videos, please do check them out.